Well, state television is reporting that the Arab League Observer Mission team is now holding talks with the governor of that city. Activists who I have been speaking to are confirming that Syrian tanks have pulled back. They're no longer visible in the streets. Some activists are saying that some of them have been moved to the coastal area near Tartus. Others are saying that they just are hiding those tanks in government buildings. They're calling this a tactical withdrawal, but basically the siege has been lifted to coincide with the arrival of the Arab League team. The activists have told me that the opposition wants to hand a file to the Arab League mission. It's still not clear when they will be meeting that team and who will be meeting that team on the part of the opposition, but they're saying that they have established some sort of contact. They want to give them this file, which according to them documents what they're calling the atrocities perpetrated by the Syrian army. There is a lot of anger in that city. Activists are saying that they're planning to hold sit-ins to coincide with the arrival of the mission. Homs has seen a number of government crackdowns over recent weeks and months, but the latest assault started a few days ago, and there has been scores of deaths as intense shellings reported on civilian neighborhoods.
Zeina, while a lot of our focus is on those observers and Homs, what about the other elements of the Arab League peace deal? Is the Syrian regime releasing political prisoners? Is it pulling troops out of other civilian areas? And what about the crackdown? Is that ending when we're getting reports of up to 34 people killed yesterday?
Yes, like you mentioned, they have to pull the tanks and the security forces from the streets. We are now hearing that is Homs to coincide with the arrival. We still have no confirmation whether or not that is happening in other areas. So far, no new prisoners have been released over the past weeks and months. The Syrian government did release a few prisoners, but according to activists, thousands remain behind bars. In fact, they believe that the Arab League Observer Mission will not be able to see all those prisoners because they allege the Syrian government moved them to military bases, areas which are no-go areas, really, for the Arab League mission. And the most important point really is holding dialogue to try to find a way out of this crisis. Any protester in the streets, you can hear what their chants are, and it's quite clear. We want the downfall of the government. They're not interested in finding any sort of settlement. They want the government to leave power and a peaceful transition. So it's going to be very hard to reconcile both sides. So a lot of opposition activists are really casting doubt on whether this mission will actually succeed. And voices are growing louder for some sort of foreign military intervention. We've heard the opposition call on the UN Security Council to establish safe zones so that civilians can take shelter and army defectors can actually operate. It seems that they're relying more on armed opposition. They believe there's no other way to topple the government than, to take up arms against the state.